Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura or lauraxstitches and I'm back with another Flosstube update. It's the end of February already. Time flies. I've got a lot to talk about today, so there's a bit happening on my table. I'm also trying a different angle where I'm not so close. My video producer, manager, not editor, I edit my videos, PR manager, PA, director, Matt, otherwise known as my husband, suggested that I sit back a bit. He gives me constructive feedback. So let me know if this angle's better. I'm using his awesome camera again, so hopefully it's pretty good quality. I used his microphone last time and I think I didn't have the volume up loud enough, so I'm just using the camera audio, so it should be okay. It was fine a couple of times ago anyway. What's been going on? So very quick life update and then I'll jump straight into it because I've got a lot to talk about. I can't remember if when I spoke to you last school was back or not. Let me have a look at my notes. Maybe? It says school starting. So I'm assuming it did. So school started and it's been a month and it's going okay. In my state we had a 5-day snap lockdown. We had it was like 2 p.m. it was announced and then it was happening that night at midnight for 5 days. So you couldn't go anywhere except for a couple of reasons. Schools were closed, so we had to do a couple of days of remote learning, which was fine. The kids came back like it was a long weekend. It was totally fine. But it was a bit of a oh my God. So I guess it helped us put some better plans in place if that happens again, because I wouldn't be surprised if that's what our year's like. If we have little clusters break out, we'll just have a lockdown. And you know what? It's okay. I can deal with it. I'm okay with staying home. Other things, the pregnancy, quick update on that is going really well. I'm 26 weeks, just a little bit, a couple of days before I'm 27 weeks. I had an appointment this week to hear the heartbeat and talk to the midwife with Matt, so that was awesome. She's measuring perfectly, so nothing's really going wrong. Only kind of things I'm feeling is I'm very tired all the time, as anyone who's been pregnant knows. You're growing a life, so, and plus coronavirus pandemic tiredness, plus it's quite warm here at the moment being summer, and working full-time as well, so that kind of all adds up together. And I just get every now and again I get short of breath, so I just sit down and that's about it. So no, she's going really well and I am feeling bigger every day, so that's really fun, and I've got really amazing skin at the moment. Let's move on. I don't have much more to update you on for life. I've noticed a few people doing this as well, and Heather posted this. Link is my homeboy from someone else. I think it was Abby Bella Stitch. Someone posted about explaining acronyms for newer people to Flosstube, so I'm going to try and do the best I can and explain things a bit more in case you're new here. So works in progress, otherwise known as whips. No, it's not. No one ever says that. That's just me. So the last time I saw you, it was right at the end of January, and I think we had about 2 days left. So it was the 30th and 31st that I worked on my calendar piece. So this is a project I started way back in 2017, I think. Looking at the calendar, that's when the calendar was from. It's the Adorable Animals, A Year of Adorable Animals 2017 calendar. This was a freebie in Across This Crazy magazine that I used to be subscribed to. And I am changing it all to suit the Southern Hemisphere because it's an English magazine. So it's all wrong for me. January is not snowy. So that was my July or something. Anyway, I worked on October and I did keep it the same. I think I had either just started or I was about to start, and I got that one finished. It's on a piece of 14 count Ada that I had. The only change I made is I'm writing the months in, and that's just from a random font from Google, which is nice. So I kept it the same because it's very Halloweeny. Not that we really do Halloween here, as in personally, but it's the best one for October. I can't really put that anywhere else. So that's what I worked on until the 1st of February. And then I jumped into my acrostic. So if you don't know, in the 24 Hours Across Stitch Facebook group, the creator of that group makes a planner. And so I bought the digital planner, cross stitch planner this year, and I have chosen to use their acrostic prompts to form my rotation for each month. Now, being the first full month back at school and back at work teaching, it was a little bit different. Not much. There were just some days that changed a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I still got heaps of progress on lots of my whips, and I touched a fair few of them, so I was really happy with that. So there's just some that got 3 days instead of 4 or something like that, because I had some bits and pieces thrown in there as well. So the first thing I worked on for 4 days, the only day I didn't stitch this month, I think, was the 2nd of February. I think the other days I did stitch. Now I'll see if I can find my cover photo. This is a design from Etsy from Mandarin Designs. It's called Hufflepuff. It's beautiful. I love it very much. This is my medium size focus at the moment. So medium size focus, that just means it's my oldest medium size whip, and I class my whips as certain sizes. If you want to know about that, let me know. And so I give it 4 days a month to try and get it finished. This is being stitched on a piece of Sparkly's fabric. I'm just going to grab the month that it came out on. I use this cross stitch journal from Fat Quarter Shop that Adele gave me to track my projects, and it has things like the name, the designer, the start date, the end date, what you stitched it on. It looks like that. I don't have heaps of notes because I'm bad at it. So I started on the 3rd of May 2019. It's on it doesn't even have the month. It's just a Sparkly's fabric of the month, 32 Camp Merino. It's a beautiful like grey brown. And here it was the last time you saw it. And let's see where we are now. There it is. That fabric's pretty true. So I think, I can't really remember, but I think I finished this page and then did this page here. So there, yeah, both of those 2 pages are completely done. So I have, oh my goodness, I have a page here to do, and then a page here to do, and then it's finished. They're quite small. This one's got a lot of stitches being in the body, I guess. These pages are all wispy stuff, so there's not as many stitches to it. So this one will probably take me a bit longer. But I would like to finish that page in March, this one in April, then have it done in April. We'll see how we go. So that's Hufflepuff. The next one I worked on was, or is, it's not finished, that's for sure, a full coverage that is my Matt whip. So Matt's my husband, and he gave me a bunch of cross-stitch patterns, and I'm trying to make sure I have one on the go at all times so that he sees that I'm actually stitching them. And so I started this one. It's called, well, I'm calling it Grey Dragon. I think that's what it's called. It's by Valenti Cross Stitch on Etsy. I've stitched a couple of the ones that Matt's given me, don't get me wrong. But I didn't have any for a while, so I decided to pull one out. This is on, I think it's a piece of 18 count or 16 count Aida that I had in my stash. And here it was the last time you saw it. I started this in October last year, 25th of October. Here it is now. So what I tried to do was work across the top, because with my full coverages now, except for one, I like to get the width done or work my way across the top and then like pick the next color as it goes. So this piece has a 3-color 1-stitch border around the whole thing. So I did that across the whole top, all 3 colors, and then I just picked the next color, stitched it, then I went along, next color, stitched it, and just until the thread ran out. So you can see these circle parts starting to form which is where the dragon will be. But that stitches up really nicely and quickly. It is being stitched with 2 threads as well. Yeah, I really like stitch on that one. There's not many colours to it, which is probably a good thing. Sometimes it's nice to have a break from things with lots and lots of colours in it. But yeah, it stitched up really nicely. So that one got 2 days. It is a focus because it's my only matte piece, but it's not a priority, I guess. Like I don't need to rush doing that one, I guess. So I'm just giving that 2 days a month. Then I worked on Pokemon, but I've worked on Pokemon a fair bit this month, so I'm going to wait till near the end to show you my monthly progress of that one. Then after Pokemon, I worked on Kings and Queens of the UK by Clouds Factory. This is not a focus piece at the moment, so it got 2 days, and I'm stitching this version. And the only difference between this version and the regular version is that the flags on the sides and the bottom are optional, and I'm choosing to do those. That's what it will look like when it's finished, and here's where it was last time you saw it. Now, oh, that was some chronic. This piece was started on the 4th of January 2018. I don't have the fabric written down, but I think it's a Colour Cascade fabric in 32 count Lugana. It would have been one of their monthly ones that doesn't have a name. So here it is now. I love this fabric very much for this piece. It's like a nice royal colour. So I was able to get some things done on this, which was good. Who was that? James the First. He was stitched, and I stitched this part of the border with the Scottish flag. Whoop, whoop. Scottish heritage. And then I came around to this side. I stitched this part of the border, and then I stitched on, that's Charles, isn't it? Yeah, Charles the First. So I'm on to the second last row, which is really cool. So I'll work on that. I don't think it's slated for March. This is I class this as a large whip, and I have a large focus that is not this. So when that other one's done, this will be a focus to get done. And I really don't think it would actually take that long to finish once I do focus on it. I just gotta focus on it. I've gotta get this other one done. That got 2 days. Then I worked on The Witcher, and I'll pop in a photo of what this will look like when it's finished. This is from, oh, who is the shop name for this? Oh My Stitches shop. I started this on the 15th of May last year. It's on the June 2018 Sparklies Fabric of the Month in a 32 count Merino, and here's where it was last time. I started this with Adele from Dollcat Stitches, and she gave me these beautiful needle minders that you'll see on this in a minute. Now this piece was supposed to get 4 days, but I ended up giving it 3 for a very good reason, which I'll explain soon. Here it is now. So I'm super happy with the progress on this one. It's really starting to take shape. It looks amazing. It's not the most fun to stitch, I will say, because, I mean, it's blocks of colour, sure, but I don't know. It just doesn't go as fast as you think it might. It just takes a while to see things, I guess. But when you step back after doing it for 3 days, you're like, ah, actually looks really sick. I really, really like it, and I think it's going to look awesome when it's finished. This is another medium-sized whip. So Hufflepuff's my focus because it's older, and then this will be my next focus. I, for some reason, gave this 4 days. I don't mind because I really like it. But that won't be happening in March. It'll just be 2, I think I have for this one. So yeah, that's The Witcher. After The Witcher, I had a new start, which I will show you in a little bit because I worked on it twice during the month. Then I worked again on Pokemon, and then after Pokemon, I worked on my large focus. This is a soda stitch pattern called Princess Collection. This is my oldest non-full coverage whip, and it's my large focus piece. This was started on the 19th of May 2017 and it was my first mania. I think I did like a starter week in that one. So it's being stitched on a piece of 32 count even weave in cloud green from Sew It All. Here's where it was the last time you saw it. And I will try and get the whole thing in the frame. Ooh. There it is now. So as you can see, I finished Jasmine. So she got done in 4 days. Was it 4 days I gave it? Let me check that. 1, 2, 3 days. In 3 days. Woohoo. So I have a couple differences with Jasmine. First thing is I changed the top to actually say Jasmine and not Aladdin. I just used any letters that were the same here, and then I just found some fonts. I kind of just made it up myself for the lettering. And then I changed her skin tone because she's charted the same as Cinderella and she's from the Middle East. She's not white, so I changed that and I used 434, 437, 738 DMC. And I was concerned that the darker color was way too dark, but once I put the back stitch in, it was really good. So I'm really happy with that. The only thing I would change if I was to do it again, which I'm not going to, would be to make her cheeks a bit more deeper, maybe a bit, not purple or purple, I don't know, just make them a bit deeper. It's a bit bright, but that's okay. So she looks really cool. So that means I have one more princess left, and that is Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. I'll be changing her name as well to actually say Aurora and not Sleeping Beauty at the top. And she's got she's got the biggest dress, I think. Cinderella's is close, but her foot's up. Hers is quite big. So she's probably going to take me a fair while. And I also have to stitch this border too. So I've actually got extra border to do. So I think she's going to take a couple more months. I would love to get this one finished before baby comes, which is at the start of June. That means I have three months of stitching left on her to get that done. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it would be really awesome to have it finished. Not necessarily to give for baby to have in the nursery, but just to get it finished, because that one's been sticking around for a really long time and I would really love to get it finished. Okay, next I'm going to show you my new start that I had. I was sitting down with Matt one night after dinner and he goes, "Oh, you need to get a cross stitch for the baby started." I was like, "Do I?" No, he said we need to pick one. So we went online on Etsy and had a look. He'd helped me pick the baby sampler I did for our niece, which I got framed. I think I showed you last time. She was born in April last year. So we went back on that Etsy shop because we couldn't really find anything that we both liked just by searching. So we went back to Stitches Lover Shop and we picked up this one, and I'll put in a picture. I'm calling it, and I don't know if this is the right name, the Hello Baby Jungle Sampler. And I started it on the 17th of February. And I picked just some white Aida. This was Aida that my grandma had given me, and it's like, it was called Diamond Aida. It's not opalescent, but it's just shiny, I guess. I don't know, this looks cool. And it's quite soft, easy to stitch on. And I chose white because Matt is a big fan of contrast. So he thinks sometimes the pieces I stitch on need better contrast. It's a point of contention in our relationship. So to compromise, I chose 4 silks that I'm popping in to certain places in the piece. I'm really sorry that this video is a bit cut up. The dogs are being actually the worst today, and I think it's because Matt's not here. They're all out of sorts. And I'm also looking after my parents' dog for the weekend, who's not helping. So there might just be some cuts and things through it, but I think it's still going to make sense. I think we'll be okay. So I will show you where I got to. I stitched on this for a total of twice, so 2 days. That's what it looks like now. That's 2 days of stitching, or 2 nights or whatever. You can see through it, that's fine. I need to cut some threads at the back, but whatever. So these two the two colors I've used are both silks. I'm using silks for the red, the orange words, the hello baby, and for all of the palm leaves that are around the outside. So I'm using Silks for You, October 18, number 2. That's the one I'm using for the, let's put it in my face. There we go. That's what I'm using for the letters. It's got a nice little bit of variegation in it. Love it. Then for the palms, I'll just try and hold these up together. I'm using April 18, number 2, October 18, number 1, and January 18, I didn't put which one it was on the bobbin when I bobbinated it, but they're the colours. I just took the DMC into my stash and went, what's similar? And I picked them, and I don't mind the variegation in these because it actually looks really nice. It's kind of like highlights and shadows, I guess. So I really like these. So I'm going to use those for all of the leaves. And when I get to the animals, I will probably just use the DMC because I don't think it needs that much variegation there. So that's that one. So that it has added to the whip pile, and it is now obviously a focus piece. I would like to get all of the stitching done that isn't her name and details before she's born. We have a name picked, but I don't feel comfortable. Well, firstly, I'm not telling anyone. No one gets to know except me and Matt. And then secondly, I don't feel comfortable having anything of her name like printed or stitched or whatever, because what if she's born and she's not who we thought, like as in like the name we've given her doesn't suit her, if that makes sense. So I'm not putting her name on it until we're sure. So that's that one. I really enjoy stitching on that one. It's a nice calming stitch, is that? All right, now I can show you Pokemon. So the Pokemon piece I'm talking about is quite a common piece. It's the Epic Pokemon Generation 1. I am doing the extended edition, which does pop up every now and again. If you want to find this piece, you just have to search Epic Pokemon Generation 1 Extended Edition. I got it from a Reddit post. They had put in the link to it. So that's where I got it from. I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida with 2 threads. Here's a picture of where it was last time. I'm sure I put in one of what it will look like when it's finished. Got a thread hanging out. That's cool. And here it is now. So this is the page I worked on here. This is page 17 out of 25. So let me tell you my story of Pokemon this month. So last time I spoke to you, I said I had a goal of about 3,100 stitches per month, because that would get me to finish this row by the end of the year. I actually think I've miscalculated that, and I'm going to have the row finished early if I was to keep up with that. But because of baby, I don't mind, because there's going to be some months where I won't get that done. So I stitched on it for 4 days, and I only got about, I think I only got like 900 stitches in or something. And I was like, I'm not going to meet this goal with 6 days of stitching, because I had it slated for 6 days. So a rotation of 4 days and then 2 days later. So what I decided to do is I worked out how many days were left in the month, and then I divided that by how many stitches were left, and that gave me how many stitches I needed to do per day, which was about 124. So I would pick this up before my normal stitching, do 124-ish stitches. It didn't have to be exact. It just needed to be at least 124. And then I would work on my focus width for the day. Then I picked it up for 2 days. Was it 2 days? Sorry, I just need to check that. Might have been, oh, it looks like it was 3 days. I think I took out 1 day of princess stitching because of what was going on that weekend. And I gave it to Pokemon because I was already working on it. So I stitched it for 3 days, and then I worked it out again, and I ended up, I wanted to get all of the cross-stitching, I wanted to get all of my stitches on this for the month done by my birthday, which was on Wednesday. So I did that, and it was like 130 something a day. So I just did that for a few days. I think it was like 3 days. And then, excuse me, so I got my goal done. I finished with 3,126 stitches for the month. So that got pretty much to about there is completely done on that page. And I've got lots of colours in here finished. These colours that are in here, there's a few bits of blocky colours. So when I picked this up in March. I should be able to zoom through it a bit quicker. But I really liked working on it each day. So in plans, I'll kind of give you a little bit more of a background as to what I'm going to do with that for March. There's Pokemon. This is my full coverage focus. This is my oldest whip. I started it in late 2016. Yeah, the aim is to get this row completed. There's one more underneath, but this row completed this year, and then the next row done by Matt's birthday in August of 2022. What else do I have to say about this? I have 2 other Hades on the go if you haven't seen my videos before, but they kind of get pulled out if I have time. But I focus on this one for anything full coverage. Yay. So I worked on the baby sampler on the 25th, and then yesterday, the 26th, I've got this weekend to myself. Matt's on a camping trip, so I came home yesterday. I was so tired. We had a huge week at work, so I just kind of bummed around for a couple of hours, and then I started this next calendar piece at like 7 something, I think, and then I just stayed up until 1-ish to finish it because I just wanted to get this one done. This has been the most annoying one to stitch, not because I don't like it. I love this one. It's probably one of my favorites actually, but there's a lot of stopping and starting. So this one is I'll get it in the actual calendar first. So this is actually the May block, I guess, but I actually did this for November because this is a spring one. November is spring for us. So here it is. So I started and finished this yesterday. You can kind of see what I mean by stopping and starting. All those green little bits I saved till the end, they were annoying. These were a little bit annoying to stitch, these flowers, but the bees are so fat and cute and I love them. All I did, was add the November at the bottom in the same font. I just did that with the darkest pink color with a couple of strands. And that one's done. So I have one more left, and I'll talk about that in my plans with you very shortly. So they're my whips. Lots of whips, lots of progress, lots of interruptions by the dogs, but that's okay. I'm really happy with how February went as tired as I was. I still managed to stitch almost every day, just missed one. I've obviously still got this weekend, but I'm home alone, so I'll be stitching. I'm not stopping that for anyone. So I'm really happy with how February went, and I'm looking forward to March as well. Okay, I'm gonna jump into haul now. Feel free to skip through. I'm gonna try and remember to leave some timestamps below if you would like to just jump to sections. I don't have a lot. I've got a lot of random stuff. It's all stitching related, but it's random. And there was just things coming in, and I had a couple of birthday presents and stuff, so I just wanted to show you that. So first things first, near the start of the month, Granny, she is cleaning out her house all the time. And so she came around with a bunch of stitching, sewing supplies, stuff like that, and was like, take it. And I was like, no, because I don't need a lot of the stuff she has. I don't sew ever. I have a sewing machine, but I don't like it. But she had some fabric and one kit that I picked up or took from her, I guess. So I got this Ada. It's just 14 count. It looks like a cream or an off-white. It's from Charles Craft. Ivory. There you go. Whenever Granny bought this, it was $4.25 from Spotlight. So there you go. Just some 14 count Ada. Then she had, here's some more bits of Ada. 14 count, just white. And then this, I've got another piece in the similar color. It's like a blue gray. And then she also had the fabric that we got in our goodie bags at Mittagong. And she can't really stitch on linen anymore or even weave this small. So I grabbed that because I've got another piece like this and I really like this color. So I grabbed that one. And then the kit I grabbed was from, MGL. What is that? It's by John Butler. I don't have a brand, I guess, but it's this really cute little buddy, little polar bear. So I grabbed that one. It's got all the things. It's a 14 count 8er, but it looks like it might be a little bit mottled like snow. So that'd be nice to stitch on. Very cute. Apologies for the dog drinking water noises. Apparently she's the thirstiest animal alive right now. Gosh, that's loud. She doesn't know how to drink. I'm sorry about that. Then I've been perusing Stash Unload, which I shouldn't, but I've actually done pretty well. I've only bought one thing. And that is a Nora Corbett pattern. It's called Spring Fling. It is Fairy Spring Fling from the Pixie Seasons collection. I just thought it was really pretty. And it came with the beads and the Krynic needed. Is that going to focus? There we go. So some quite big beads here and then smaller ones. I really like the purple. It's a very cool Krynic. So that's that. Have you quenched your thirst? Okay. Next one's pretty exciting. So for my birthday last year, from my beautiful friends, Stitchy friends, so there's Adele, Stitchy Show 85, Link's my homeboy, Amanda, and Rita. That's everyone. Oh my God, I was so stressed then. We have a little group chat. And they gave me a voucher for Teaser Handmaids bags. And so before coronavirus, no, it was later than that, I messaged her, I think it was in May, I messaged her and I said, hey, I've got a couple of pieces I want made into bags and I've got this voucher. How do we go about it? So we talked about them all and I was like, cool, I'll send them to you. Did I do that? No, I sent them to her like start of this year, I think it was, or end of last year or something stupid. So she made 2 of my cross stitch pieces into bags, which is really cool. And she also threw in a cute little present I can't wait to show you as well. So the first bag she made was Project Bag. And this looks like this. Oh, that looks cool. I stitched the Mittagong Stitches Retreat logo from 2 years ago on this orange fabric I dyed myself. It's a linen. And I used the thread that they gave us. And so she matched it with this really cool fabric. It smells really nice. I haven't smelled it yet. I don't know why I would. What fabric is on the inside? Ah, it's the green. So I love Terran's bags. They're made so amazingly. I usually get the ones with the vinyl, but this got this on it. So I'm gonna put, I think I'm gonna put the baby sampler in here for now. That's that one. Yay. Love that. Then, this bag. So while we were at the retreat, Mitch Dish Michelle, she created a pattern because we kept saying, I'm a teacher. We kept saying, "'Tis what she proclaimeth," instead of "that's what she said." And so she made it into a pattern and then a bunch of us stitched it while we were there and then people have finished it since. And so I said to Taryn, I'd really like it into a bag. And then she sent me some ideas and then this happened. Oh my God. So there's my stitching. That's some Jay's X-Stitch thread and fabric that I bought at the retreat. Look at this fabric she picked. Is that not the coolest thing ever? These sassy, sassy, sassy mermaids. They are gorgeous. And then she was like, what lining fabric? And she sent me like, well, she sent me a bunch. And then before she'd even said anything, I said yellow. I just think it looks really cool with the yellow. That's what the top looks like. Then you unzip it, obviously, and then it's bright yellow inside. It's so cool. So now I can use this for anything I want. And it's beautiful, and it has my stitching on it, which is so cool. So thank you, Taryn. You're amazing. The best. Amazing prices as well for Australians too. That's not all. She's like, hey, I made something for your baby. I was like, okay. She's like, it's orange. I was like, okay. She said something like, don't judge me, I haven't made it before, or something like that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Look at this little bib. She made a little fox bib. Oh my God, it's so cute. Baby stuff is the best, man. Like, look at these little dudes. They are so gorgeous. And it's orange on the back. Has a little press style. You just, oh, my baby's gonna look so cute. Thanks, Taryn. You're the best. Then, obviously, I had my baby sampler purchase that I've already shown you in Whips. And then I also purchased this little cute hedgehog from the same shop. I couldn't resist. There you go. There's a picture of that. And then last weekend, I think it was. I can't even remember when days have happened. I think it was last weekend. We had our family, the girls in our family, we do an annual crafting weekend. Last weekend, I could not. Last year I couldn't go. I had a baby shower and a bunch of other stuff happening. This weekend I kind of went. It was near me because my grandma lives really close and she's really struggling with like longer trips, weekends away. So we just did it close to her house. Got an Airbnb. So I stayed here because I'm finding it hard to sleep and I just wanted to make sure that I was comfortable during the night and stuff. So I stayed here and I was there the Friday. Most of the Saturday I had a Hens Day, but I came back and then they came here Sunday for a visit. So on the Saturday, we went shopping at Spotlight. So I wanted to show you some things I purchased there. And I had to buy a bag. I wasn't expecting to buy so much. Now, none of this is like patterns and stuff because Spotlight's patterns are not my fave. So I didn't get anything like that. The first thing I want to show you though, because it's going to keep falling over, is this really cool thing Mum got us all. It's a giant thimble. It's a giant thimble container. It just cracks me up whenever I see it. And I've put in here some ribbon that Granny was giving away. I just said, yeah, I'll take the ribbon for finishing stuff, but I can't even deal with the fact that I have a giant rainbow thimble in my possession. Mum's cute. I bought a staple gun and it's pink. I didn't mean to do that. It was just the one that I wanted and it happened to be pink. I'm using this for some finishing that I'll show you soon. So that's fun. And I think these, yeah, I bought some more staples for it. Then what I purchased as a receipt, that's fun. I just got some finishing supplies because I'm trying to do more FFOing and I'm finding that I don't have cute things to FFO with. So I bought some ribbon. Let me grab the normal ribbon. So I grabbed those colours because they're kind of usable. So white, teal, blue and pink. And then I bought some other ribbon, some flowers, it's a bit thicker, and some of this like cool rainbowy check stuff. And these tiny, tiny little spools of ribbon, they were just cute. There's some spots and then like a dark green, like an emeraldy green colour. They're so cute, they're tiny, they're $1. And then I bought some pom-pom trim. And I can put this bag down now. So these were at Spotlight. I don't know if this is the most affordable way to buy things like this. I've never bought them before, but I found them and I really wanted them. And I've already used this one, as you can see. So I've got yellow, teal, and pink. I need to get some white as well. I should have picked up white, but that's okay. So, love those. I've already used some of them for some finishing I've been doing, so I'll show you that really soon. After that, 2 more bits of haul. Yes, and then we're done for haul. Actually 3, but they're small. I got my threads of the month from A Stitch in Time in Tassie. I get the Gentle Arts threads. I get 5. And these are the February ones. Okay, we've got brandy. Then we've got avocado. I'm guessing we didn't get avocado earlier because that's an A and we're up to the B's. And I know they were waiting for some. Black licorice. Beautiful. Do I get 6? I get 6, not 5. Blue jay. Love blue jay. That is gorgeous. Stunning blue. Then we have bluebell. This light one here. And lastly, blueberry. Gorgeous colours. So then my threads. Love them. I'm going to keep getting them because they're gorgeous and I can use them easily. Then the day after my birthday, Adele's gift arrived. In her little note she gave me, she said it was like a Christmas birthday combined gift, and I love it very much. I appreciate anyone that's like leaving their house to send stuff. So she put a little note in this really cute envelope. Can't even deal with it. She gave me some little stickers, some little, is that a sticker? Yeah. Just some little cute little dudes. Little dinosaurs. Very cute. Couple little cards and an amiibo card. So sweet. She also gave me this Silks for You September 2019 Silk of the Month number 3 in this beautiful blue. Isn't that stunning? Oh my god. She also threw in some of these rings for me because I spoke a couple videos ago about getting floss rings, and she was like, I have them, and I said no, I'm going to buy some, and I actually did buy some, but they're not here yet, so I'm kind of happy she did give me some. And I think I'm going to put my silks and stuff on there as well, not the ones that are I don't mind bobbinating silks, I don't mind bobbinating anything, it's just the stuff that's not bobbinated so I can see it easier. I'm going to put on here. I could put the bobbins on though, because they are, I'll think about that. I bought 3 for myself that I think are slightly larger, so I'll have enough. And she also gave me a beautiful piece of fabric from Chromatic Alchemy. This is Polynesium. It's a 32 count Merino. I won't open it up all the way. And it's completely washed out. Cool, sick. No, it's green. It's not bright white, it's green. I'm sorry. Why is that washed out and then everything else has been fine? Anyway, it's a beautiful green. It reminds me of Welcome to the Jungle, Forest Jungle. I don't remember which one it is. From Sparklies that I did my Medieval Mansion sale on. It's just a little bit lighter, I think. Boo! I'm so annoyed you can't see that. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful colour. And then lastly for haul, I don't have it with me, but I purchased the There's No Planet B sale from Clouds Factory because my sister gave me a Clouds Factory voucher for my birthday. Woohoo! So I have a fair bit of money still left on that I can spend whenever, or before next year. So I purchased that. I haven't started it. I didn't get the kit because I realised that I only needed to get 2 Etoile colours. So I've purchased them. They're going to come at some point. And I have enough fabric. So I just, I might even use that one Adele gave me or another one, and stitch it on there. But I have kind of a plan for that, sort of. I'll talk about that soon. So that's my haul. I've got 2 FFOs. The first one is going to be a video I insert here, so I'm going to pop that in here now. Hi everyone. I'm sure you're in the middle of a little Flosstube video update as we speak, and I'm guessing I've just inserted this clip in. I don't know. I'm filming this on my phone. It's a random day, but I did want to do a quick little clip to show you a FFO I've had because I'm going to be giving it to my dad when I can next see him. And I told him I have a present for him, and he's very pumped. So I don't think he's going to let me hold on to it until the end of the month. It's currently like the 15th, I think it is. So I don't think he's going to let me hold on to it. So I finished this piece, the stitching part, at the end, or I think in November of 2019. I'm pretty sure I was at the Mittagong Stitches retreat then. And it's a hands-on design called Seize the Day. And it looks like this. And I'm going to talk through this whole finish with you, don't worry. So I finished it onto I stitched it on some random linen I had. And it's just a flat thing with a ribbon so you can hang it up. It says Seize the Day, and it's got fish and stuff. That's very dad-esque. Loves his boats and stuff like that. So that's that one. Now, let's talk about this whole thing. This is my second attempt at a flat finish like this. The first one I did I showed you a couple videos ago, and it was for a dice box, and the batting I had was really thick. So I purchased some different batting, and it's much nicer. It's still squishy. It doesn't really look it, but it is squishy, but it's a lot less thick. I purposely tried to find one that was a lot smaller, and this is kind of great. This fabric, I'm pretty sure I found a couple of packs of fat quarters or fat eighths of fabric at Aldi. So I bought them, and I was going to do one. I have another fabric that's really close to this with the triangles, but this is more dad. So I got that one. I put that one on the back. I think it looks really good with it. This line you can see here, and it's drawing my head in. I think it was from, and there's one in here, was from the Q-Snap, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't really in a Q-Snap too much, so it's a bit annoying that it's like that. But I think it's also the linen too. This linen, I don't even know where it's from. I think it was from my grandma. Just making sure that I don't have bits sticking out that I shouldn't. It's really easily stretched, so that's why it's not 100% straight. I just couldn't get it straight, and I ironed this so much, and this did not come out, so there's not much more I can do about it, but I figure it's for dad. So if he doesn't like it, well then that's just rude. So there's that. The other thing that, and I'm being quite critical of myself, it's my second time doing one of these. I actually don't mind it that much. It looks really cool. It's going to hang up really nicely somewhere in either in the shed or in his house. I don't really care. I think it looks really cool. I'm really happy with it, but there's a couple of things I wanted to improve. So that's one of them. And the second thing is, apparently I can't cut straight the mat board. The mat board is shockingly cut. And I tried to trim it down as much as I could. I used like a Stanley knife, and I think that's my problem. I need to get a different tool to cut the mat board in particular. With the fabrics, whatever, I've got one of those rotary blades. But the mat board, not so great. So once I get that sorted, I should be able to cut a little bit straighter. So I'm actually really happy with this FFO for my second time doing a flat finish. If it was for anyone else, I probably would have put some trim around it, but I don't think Dad really cares about that. So I'm not putting anything around the top, around the sides. I think it would look nicer, like in here where the corners are, to have some trim, but hey, I think you'll like it. So that's my Seize the Day finish. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you about that. Just a couple of things to improve for my next one, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. And it is quite a large, I forgot how kind of big this design was, so I probably could have framed it, but I'm actually kind of happy with how it looks now. So there we go. So that's my FFO, and have fun in the rest of the video. Goodbye. Isn't that great? He loved it. I gave it to him on my birthday when we went out for birthday tea, and I was like, happy birthday to me, here's your present. He really liked it. He was very happy, and he liked the Seize the Day pun, I guess. And he was like, I love handmade gifts. This is what I like getting from my kids and stuff. So he enjoyed it. My other FFO is the one that I was talking about using the staple gun. So I have a bunch of canvases that I purchased and tried to finish some stuff on probably like last year, the year before, and they sucked. They looked horrible. So I decided to look up some tutorials on how to finish with a canvas, because I've got like 8 canvases I've just got sitting there in my wardrobe taking up space. So I realized I needed to get a staple gun. So I bought a staple gun, and I did do a finish with it, and I used some pom-pom trim as well. And I'm so happy with what it turned out like. Oh my God, how cute is this? This is the Unicorns of Vengeance. This is by Crafty Like a Fox. I don't remember her Etsy name, but I think if you look it up, you'll find it. I bought this at the Mittagong Stitches retreat. I bought this in like a bazillion other patterns, and this has a companion piece, which is like the nice unicorns, and these are the evil ones. I love the colors in this piece. It's so cute. But I thought that this trim really suited the teal that's through it. And all I did was I just put it kind of where I thought it was going to go nicely. I ironed it, but this ate her, and let me tell you, whatever, doesn't matter. That's what the back looks like. I know, isn't it beautiful? But I could put a piece of something on there if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to put it up. Or this might be a present as well. I'm still contemplating what I want to do with it. Anyway, you can see the crease. It's actually not that obvious, like normally, but because of the way my lighting is, it's like, here, look at every imperfection. Anyway, I just put the canvas onto the piece, which was upside down, and then I folded it, kind of centered it, and then I did a staple at the top and the bottom in the middle, and then I did the sides. Now for my next one, I'm going to do, I'll show you the back. I'm going to do the whole top and then the bottom, and then fold the sides over, because I had to do this weird thing with the corners and I hate it. It doesn't look too bad because you can't see it because of the pom-pom trim. But I think if I do that next time, it'll be nicer. So I'm really, really happy with this. And I think because of how much I like this, I think I'm going to finish all of my little calendar pieces on little canvases, put some pom-pom trim around them. So much smaller than this, not as big. Put some pom-pom or some other kind of trim around it, and then get a little easel, and then it's going to sit in the nursery. And I'll just swap them out each month. I really like this idea. It's super easy. It took like 15 minutes. The longest part is gluing this trim on. And I just used some tacky craft glue, and it looks awesome. I'm so happy with this. It's so easy and it just looks really cool. So, I don't know. What can I say? What can I say? So they're my FFOs. Now I'm going to get into giveaway, and then we'll do plans, and then we're finished. So a couple of things with giveaways. I need my iPad for this. Last time I said I was giving away this. This is my leftover kit supplies for the Spring Bouquet Triple Scoop from Mill Hill. And I think I had 3 people put ice cream in their comment. It's really zoomed in for some reason. What are you doing? Okay. See if I can hold this without moving the screen. It is Dana Boyce. Dana says, love the FFOs and whips, awesome video. I'd like to stitch the ice cream. Also love the sampler with the moons and stars on it. I believe out of all of them, that was super neat. Have a wonderful week. Dana Boyce, congratulations. Send me an email or an Instagram message with your mailing address. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, and then I have to re-give away this beautiful lady, because the person that won it in a couple of videos ago hasn't responded to any comments or messages or anything, and I've given it 2 months. So I've decided to redraw this one from that video. I think it was video number 59. It was like 4 months ago. And there was 11 people who wanted that one. So we're going, I don't know if you can see this, but it is going. Bow and Darrows. Oh, that's a cool name. I really like that name, Bow and Darrows. Congrats on the milestone. Thank you. This was a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. There we go. Thanks so much for the Australian recommendations. I'm always hoping to find more Aussie Flosstubers. I really enjoy seeing your progress on epic Pokemon. I really like water types, which are generally blue. There you go, that was the word. Maybe one day I'll start it myself. And then she talks about Ginger Stitch AU's needle minders. Very cool. She says, best of luck when you get back to school. I know you'll need it. I did need it. So Bow and Arrows, I'm going to go back and comment on that comment in case you don't see this video, which is fair enough. And hopefully I hear from you. And if anyone knows who that is, just let them know. Very cool. So this week, this month, my giveaway is going to be the Adorable Animals calendar, because I have almost finished this. I'm planning on finishing this really soon. So if you would like to stitch this, you need to be over 8, or win this, you need to be over 18 or have parents' permission to get your address. Please don't say giveaway, free, competition, stuff like that. All you have to do is say in your comment calendar. Or maybe it's easier if we say animal. Let's say animal. There you go. That would be it. Don't do animals, or is animals easier? You know what? I changed all of that. We're going to say adorable. That's much easier. So don't say animals or calendar, say adorable in your comment, and then I will choose somebody next time. Please be okay with this taking a little bit to get to you, especially if you're overseas. I don't love going to places at the moment. I know where I am, there's like no cases in our state, but you know, and I'm tired, but it will get to you. just be okay with it taking a little bit. And yeah, so say adorable. Don't say the other two things I said. So there is my giveaway. Love it. I'm going to grab out my iPad now because I need my planner to talk about March. Now March is a little bit different for the acrostic. I was getting really confused when I was filling this out, and then I realized it has 11 letters and not 12, and I was like, where's my extra thing? But it's fine. So here's how it's kind of going to work in March. The first thing I want to do is actually today, and I want to start and finish today, the December one of these. So I want to do these cuties. Obviously I'm not changing this to another month because it's Christmas, and I don't think this is going to take me as long as last night because I won't be as tired probably, and it's much blockier, so it goes a bit quicker. It almost looks like less stitching. I don't know, but it's super cute. So I'm looking forward to doing that and getting this whole series 100% finished. So that's what I want to do today. So for tomorrow, because I'll have that December one finished, what I do at the end of a month if I've got some spare days is I'm working on smalls. And I don't have a small that started because I wanted to get all those calendar pieces finished. So what I've done is I've got my Tiny Decisions wheel with all my potential smalls in it. And what I just did then, that I edited out for you, is I put in the two releases so far of the No Planet B sale from Clouds Factory, because I think instead of doing it as a sale, because I'm already behind, I know I'm not very far behind, but I'm already behind, and I don't think I can keep up a sale this year having a newborn. So I've just put it in as a small, so that release is a small. I've probably purchased smalls since I've done this wheel that aren't in here, but I'm okay because there's enough here to choose from, and I can always go back and edit it for next time. So I spin the wheel, do that small until it's finished, and then I'll spin it again. So here we go. So this is for tomorrow, hopefully. I should be right. Sleeping Fox. Oh, I know what that is. Sleeping Fox is a piece from Cross Stitch Crazy magazine. I did the cat for my grandma a couple years ago. It's a beautiful little piece that gets finished in a hoop, and it's a little fox that's asleep. It's gorgeous. And there's a couple others in that series. There's a squirrel and a fawn. We're not cat people here, so I won't be doing the cat for us, but I'll be doing those three. Awesome. That's a really random one. That's old too, which is nice to pull out and try and get that finished. So I'll be doing Sleeping Fox tomorrow. That one will probably take, I won't be getting it done tomorrow, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a very, very quick stitch. It's a quick stitch, but it's not like super, super, super quick. It's got a bit of back stitch and color changes, but I could surprise myself. Who knows? So that's really cool. So I'll start that tomorrow. I can't see why December wouldn't be finished. If December gets finished early enough today, I could also start that today sometime. I can't see myself going to bed early. So let's talk about this acrostic. So starting from the 1st of March, I'm going to, the choices this month, so let me explain this. For the 24 hours acrostic, there's two options, and you choose one or you choose half from both. So this month it's project bags or plastic bags. I chose project bags, and I've filled in all of the spaces with a project that has something to do with that letter. My goal for each letter is 2 days, and then that letter's finished. I have put in Pokemon 3 times, Princesses 2 times, Hufflepuff 2 times, the Baby Sampler 2 times, Grey Dragon once, and Witcher once. And then that's my month done for the acrostics. Let me go over that with you now. So for March, I will be stitching on Pokemon from the 1st to the 4th. The first 4 days of my stitching in March. The reason I chose to do it right at the start is because then I can then calculate how many stitches I need per day to get that goal finished. And then that means that I can kind of work on that throughout the month rather than doing a bunch at the end of the month like I did this month. So that's going to be for the first 4 days. Then I'll stitch on Witcher for a couple. Then I'll pull out Hufflepuff for 4 days and try and get that middle page finished. Then I'll pull out Grey Dragon. Then Princess Collection is going to come out for 4 days. And for Princess Collection, I'm going to try and get the top border Aurora's name charted and stitched, and hopefully most of her kind of head and hair. The head always takes me the longest, and it's really hard for me to get through it. I get really bogged down in how much skin there is. It's really tiring. I don't know why, but all of the princesses have been like that. I get stuck on the head and then the rest of it goes quite quickly, but the head is the hardest. I'm going to try and really work on that. Then I'll stitch on Pokemon again, and then after those 2 days I can reevaluate my daily stitching and see how much I have to do to get to that 3,100 goal. Then the baby sampler will get 4 days, and then that's it for the acrostic. So then I have from the 23rd to the 31st as free stitching, which is a lot of time. And I double checked it and I've got it right. So I'm going to, that's my catch up / smalls. It's over a week. It's a week and a day. I do have a wedding in there that I'm a bridesmaid for, so that will take up some time that I probably won't stitch. It gives me more time to stitch on Pokemon if I need to. I can smash out a bunch of smalls. If I'm really close to something being finished like Hufflepuff, I could do that. There will just be some free stitching there. I might even use a wheel for each day or every couple of days. So that's really cool. So that's what March is going to look like. I'm going to start with Pokemon to kind of set up the rest of the month. But more immediate plans, I'm going to do that December, and then I'm going to start Sleeping Fox, which is really cool. Now, I was going to quickly discuss April, not very much. I'll do that more next time. But in April, we've got finally, we're going to be going on our honeymoon. So we got married in December. So we'll be going in April. Fingers crossed everything stays nice and safe for us. So that goes for 2 weeks. So I obviously won't be able to do my rotation as I know it in April because I'm not taking Pokemon with me to another state. So I will have to figure out kind of what pieces are easiest to travel with. As big as it can be, Princesses actually doesn't have a lot of colours, so I would be tempted to take that. There's a few other things that I could take, like the baby sampler. That might be a nice one as well, and just work on a couple of things while I'm there. I don't know how much time I'm going to get. I'm going to be quite pregnant then, so I'm not going to be doing like heaps of adventuring. There'll probably be a lot of sitting beside a pool, which I'm totally fine with, or like at a window and just watching the world go by. So that's kind of where April's going to be. And then when I get back from that, I'll probably just smash out a bunch of Pokemon. It's going to be, I'm probably not going to be able to do the acrostic in April. And then it's May, which is the month before my baby is due. So that's when I go on maternity leave. So I don't know what I'm doing then. Then I'm going to have a baby. So then everything just goes out the window. And that's fine because baby. Anywho, that's it from me for everything I got through. Whips, hauls, giveaways, FFOs, plans. FFOs, I'm going to try and get a couple more done for the month. I'm going to try and do a couple a month. I get every now and again, I'm just like, I need an FFO right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just randomly feel like it. I have another piece that I've done recently that I want to finish as a canvas because it's about this size. It's the Ink Circles 4 in the Bush, I think. It's a geometric square, so I think it's going to look really cool as a canvas finish. I have a frame coming, a needlework frame coming, like an FFOing frame from the place I got the Etoile threads from that I'm really interested to see how that goes. And I might be putting the geometric lion I finished in there, or another circular piece I have. So I'm interested to see how that goes. So when that gets here, I'll FFO and kind of give you a little review about it in my next video. That video should be at the end of March sometime. It might be the start of April, depending. No, it can't be because I'll be away. It has to be the end of March. It might be a little bit earlier than I would normally do it just because of the timing of everything that's going on, but we should be all good. So thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. I hope I've been able to edit it into some form of cohesion. Hopefully it's all good. Thank you very much for coming back to watch my videos each time and commenting, and I really do appreciate it. It means a lot when a comment comes through or a subscription comes through. I recently posted on Instagram that I wanted some feedback on how to improve my videos, and a lot of people said they were happy with how they were. So that was really nice. I guess I can get discouraged sometimes when you see people that start and then within like 2 videos they've got 2,000 subscribers, and you're like, what am I doing that, like, not in a way that's bad for them, because I love those people. it's like, well, I'm a bit, I don't know what else to do. That's different. And I'm not saying that I'm here to get subscribers, because I don't need that. I've got beautiful friends and family, and I don't need my life to be validated by subscribers. But it is just a bit like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm Australian and Australians don't get recommended. I don't know. Or it's just me. Who knows? I'm rambling now, but that was just on my mind. I hope that made any sense, and I don't want you to think that I'm here for numbers and views and stuff. It's not what it's about. So anywho, feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to message me on Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube handle, lauraxstitches, and I'm more than happy to chat. That's everything. I'll see you guys at the end of March. Have a wonderful month, and I'm looking forward to seeing your Flosstube videos for those that make them. Have a wonderful month. Bye, everyone.